Welcome back, everybody, to the DDC podcast. We on episode 5. I'm your host, Diony. My partner, Jeter's on vacation right now, so it's just me holding the fort down. Just one got a DJ. He's DJing that right now. So I'm gonna introduce my guest today. Very, very interesting fella, my brother. He got the Ballin for Peace going on.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let him take over.
Yeah.
My brother H2O.
Yes, sir. Yo, happy to be here. Now we made it happen. You know, even being a new dad, you know, and loving your movement, what you got going on. We met a couple years ago. Was that a Lens event?
Yeah.
You threw me the hat and everything like that. And I had no idea I'll be a dad soon.
Look,
so like,
girl dad,
I think,
see,
I
threw you the right hat.
Yeah, you the girl dad. I'm a boy. I got my son. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, and I, you know, like it was like a cool joint. So I was like, okay, let me throw it on. I had no idea that I would be a couple years later. I have my own child and everything like that. But it was super dope. And yeah, but Haron Hargrave, aka H2O, Queens, New York, born and raised.
Big Queens.
Yeah, went to school in California, played D1 ball overseas, all that. And I'm the CEO and founder of Ballin for Peace, man. Yeah,
bro,
so I'm here.
Appreciate your presence here, bro.
No doubt.
Even though you called me last year in the highlight.
Oh yeah, that was the N1.
I said I'm gonna get you back this year.
Yeah.
but we gonna get into more into that.
Yeah, that's the real thing, you know. H2O is real, you know what I mean?
So, dad life, how's it been for you?
It's been good, man. Like at the end of the day, it's it was, you know, it was the gift I didn't know I needed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, before I became a dad, I didn't really want to have a kid. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't go this long without, you know, having one until having one. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a thing. Like I didn't want to have a kid, so that's how that happened. But you know, it was God's plan. You know what I mean? God's timing, and you know, the world is a crazy place. So when I think about like having a kid and one day leaving this place and them not being there, I thought about all that stuff because of all of the crazy things that I've been through in my life and that I had to overcome, and you know, losing my mom very young. You know what I'm saying? You know, growing up in a single parent household.
Right.
You know, watching my mom raise 5 of us and everything.
Hard, right?
It was tough. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then just the crazy stuff that happens in this world. You know, cops killing blacks, and you know, just it's just a lot. It's different to be black in America. Mm-hmm. You understand? It's different to be a black man in America, a black boy in America. You know what I mean? A black little girl in America. Like, we are, without a shadow of a doubt, treated differently. Mm-hmm. And if you're not black, you don't really understand. You understand?
And they coming from the society that we come from.
100%.
It's definitely different.
Yeah. So being a minority in the United States of America isn't a good thing. When I did play overseas, it was a great thing.
Right. You noticed everything. You noticed everything different, and then when you came back here, it's like
100%.
Why?
Yeah. And I see it. Like, there's different notions. Like, when I played college ball, and I'm the leader of the team, and they love you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then you get all that. So it is a false hope, because you're not sometimes you're not going through what everybody else is going through. And you get that false feeling. But then when you're not on that level no more, people shift in how they view you, and you know, you can see it. But having my son, man, it's been a blessing. It definitely made me more, you know, felt like my life is even more purposeful, right? Have more of a purpose because now I have not just myself or my family to provide for or give to. I have my little son. I got to show him the ropes. I want him to be the best, you know, human being ever, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, it's like having a fresh start at life, and like kind of like doing the things that you wanted as a child. Mm-hmm. You know, things that you couldn't really like speak to your parents about. So knowing that, like, now I have that opportunity. One of the biggest things my dad said to me at my at my baby shower was like, now this is your opportunity to lead your family.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yo, here, like, you know, like almost like, bro, you know, I may have not been the best, right? But you have the opportunity to be, you know, better than me and just be what you really want and get it done. So, like, that was that was some good advice that I got there. And I kind of took it, you know, like everything else, like with a grain of salt and just make sure that I do what I do. But it's been a blessing, man. Like, every day is special, you know, even when I'm not there, speaking to him, you know, on FaceTime or whatever.
How old is he?
He's only 6 months.
6 months. So
6 months now.
How's them late nights?
It's been crazy, man. You know, it's like it's a lot of sleepless nights, and now when you're doing certain things, it's if I'm not there, I feel like I'm cheating.
Right.
If I'm not there, you know
what
I mean? Not dealing with that, like not to say not dealing with that, but not going through it. Okay. Because it's tough, man. It's tough to raise a child, and those are some of the things that I even thought about before I had a child. Mm-hmm. If you're not giving your child all your energy, then you're doing bad, and you're doing, you know, wrong by your child. And I know it takes a lot, you know. So those were some of the things that I thought about. I was very, very thoughtful in my process. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when it happened, you know, all that just. You don't even remember all that stuff. You just get in it.
But these are things that you're going to be able to tell him when he gets older.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
It's definitely a blessing. Like, take full accountability and just appreciate everything, bro. Because let me tell you, time goes by quick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I remember the first day that my daughter came home from the hospital.
Yeah.
And she's 13 now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So time, you know, time waits for nobody.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? We don't get that back.
I'm actually like, not looking forward to it, but it's just like going through this process, and everybody tells me the same thing, and it'd be like, yo, hold on, let me just chill. But it's like something you can't. Time waits for no one. Time will continue to move, and we'll continue to get older, and we'll continue, you know. So it's just trying to be that best person that you can be during this time period. Like, so, you know. Trying to make your highs outweigh your lows.
Yeah, everything. You know, life is about balance, right?
100%.
Especially, you know, with what we got going on, and then dad life. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. So again, balance is everything, and you're a new dad.
Yes.
So you good. You got enough time on your head to figure this out.
Yeah. So like every day is a blessing. Every day is a journey too.
Right.
So I'm a 6-month-old dad, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I'm a little bit better than I was day one.
Right.
I remember like some of the stuff that I was doing when baby boy had his like, you know, just making his bottles and things like that. How I was making them, like, it was like crazy. Now it was like, what? Why would you do that?
But
like,
you know what I'm saying? You're seeing like, the progress in yourself.
100%. And his mom is a blessing, man. She's couldn't have been a better woman to have for my son. You know what I mean? Like, the way she cares for him, like, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's dope. She really takes that mom stuff to the next level.
Bro,
you know what I
yes,
mean?
they
like,
do. Yes, they do. First mom? First time mom?
For me and her, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. She's not playing no games.
No games. She's on all the stuff, sending me different things. And like, you know, and I just try to be there as much as possible and just, you know, have that balance for her, like, you know, and just, you know, take the baby. Because there's a lot of things that she can't do right now.
Bro.
And so it's just trying to be that balance for her, even though like she don't want nobody touching the baby. Nobody.
Bro, it takes two. It takes two to make the baby, right?
Yeah,
so
man,
you know, whether or not you got it or you don't, you still there.
Yeah. She's a baby hog. Like, she hogged the baby.
Bro, she a boy mom, so
yeah.
She definitely not trying to even
have you
like, yo, bro, I got.
I'm like, yo, I could take her for. No, I got him. Like, all right, cool. Whatever.
But don't worry, if you do plan on having another one. And you have that girl, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're gonna be the same way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the same way.
I'm gonna be super overprotective of my girl, like, you know what I'm saying. But my boy, you know, it just Period. Like, there'd be times I'm just like, dang, this is my baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a baby, bro. Like, it's really tough. And most men don't get to talk like this or even, experience this or like being through that process. I think if more men would do that process with the woman and see what she goes through, they would be more involved.
Yeah, bro.
One of the things I was gonna say is, I also don't know how people who don't know the person had the child with them, like at all. Like, you can be on the outs with somebody, but not knowing somebody and having a child with them, like literally not knowing them, is kind of crazy.
Bro, that's life, but life be life, right?
That's kind of crazy though, like, because it's it's like, yo, where do you have those emotions from? Where do you draw that from? Because it doesn't come. Like, and I can see how somebody cannot be in somebody. Like, say what you saw what Anthony Edwards did.
Yeah.
He just like, yo, I told you not to have the child, but he'll never be in that child's life.
But you got to remember, his schedule is crazy too, right?
1,000,000%. So, but still, his mindset was here, like, that's it.
I mean, he took accountability for it, right?
Financially.
Right.
But a child needs more than financial gains, right? They need the love. They need to know who their parents are.
Right,
you understand?
Right.
Because those are going to be the funky, because you're just going to get one side. Like, some of the things that I miss with not having my dad in my household, I don't really understand what I miss from it.
Right.
Because my mother really, like, I took all of the great attributes from my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had my 3 older sisters and my mother that I grew up with, but it made me see women, like, have super value for them. You know what I'm saying?
That had a big, I mean, you having older sisters definitely played a huge part of that. Because for me, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
And I didn't have my dad, my biological dad in my life for about 20 years plus. So I know and I see what it did for me. Yeah. And I definitely had some black backlash from it. Yeah. And it just made me become a better dad, because I know and I remember everything that I was going through at that particular time, and I was like, you know what? I would never in a million years put my daughter through this. Yeah. Because me, years later, it still had effect to me. Yeah. In some sort of way. And, you know, as dads, we supposed to be better than the next generation.
Not 100%. So, like,
than the generations before us, pardon me. So we supposed to lead the way. And I just always remember how I felt, like, me not having my dad at certain events, and, you know, certain family gatherings. You know, you want both parents in your life, right?
Where was he? What was he?
He just left. Him and my mom didn't get along, and he just left.
Did you ever talk to him?
Yeah. 20 years later.
So, like, that's like cheating the grind too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your child is, the development of your child is when they're young, right? When, you know, after a certain age, it's like, yo, this is who you are. Like, you know, life them already. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's certain things that I don't want my son to go through that I went through. So those are the early steps, and I kind of can talk about it, but even just having a broader view of what life is about too. Like, how I'm gonna parent is do the things that I always wanted, right, and the things that I missed, right, and the things that I didn't get, I'm gonna give, right. So, like, that's literally, like, that's my, you know, my approach to parenting, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what didn't I get? Even conversation, like, yo, you know, talking to my son every day, like, I'm gonna talk to him every single day. Bro, like, those are what I want to do.
It's the little things that matter that they remember.
Text, so, yo, good. When he gets to that age, but, you know, as of now, he doesn't know this now, but, you know, he will. You know, and you know,
that's
like,
the good thing about this generation. The social media is crazy, and then, you know, as
you got footage.
Yeah. So they gonna always remember, like, yo, my dad is a dope dad. My dad been a dope dad since I was a baby. Yeah. So
facts. So, like, those are the things that I kind of want, and the things that I'm you know, that's gonna be my approach to parenting. As again, we're talking about the future, right? The present, I'm just being, the best, 6-month-old dad that I can be right now.
Look, you're involved.
Yeah.
So that's more than most dads can say.
Yeah.
So you're doing what you got to do.
It kind of bothers me that dads, like if now that I'm a dad, like any of my boys who have kids and stuff like that and is not in their child's life, I look at them differently. Like I may not even rock with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's a good chance of that. You know what I mean?
Look, once you have a kid, your approach to everything is
life
different. Like I don't even surround myself with the people that I used to be around because my daughter, she's getting older, and I don't want her to see that part of me. You know what I'm saying? Like me and her have conversations all the time, and I tell her, listen, this is how your dad used to be. It's not how your dad is now.
Yeah.
You changed me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because most dads, they don't take advantage of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They just up and leave and not even knowing, like, yo, this is a blessing.
Yeah. Now they don't understand it. And I get it. And I feel it every day. And, like, when I see my son, it's like, damn, I never know I could have a love like this.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I didn't know I could love something or someone that much other than things that I cared about. So now it's like top of the list, my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything else, that's my family. Like, it's mine, right? You know what I'm saying?
And it makes you become a better person, especially you just thinking like, yo, this little human being relies on me.
Yeah.
Understand? So it's no ifs or buts. Like, my back is hurt. No, I got to take on the world with
100%.
On my back, with everything on my back. You got to approach that. Like, that's the way I approach life every day. Like, I don't have my daughter every day. I get her every other weekend.
Yeah.
But even being so, I'm like, I have to make sure she's good. I don't never want her to go through anything I've went through. You know what I'm saying? That is life. She's going to go through things, but as long as she know that I got her back, that's all that matters.
I got a question for you. What made you start this platform and kind of like and start your movement about
So I got locked up. Me and her mother was going through it.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting locked up, and then it was just a frequent thing for me.
Yeah.
So I honestly, bro, I don't know. It was one time the last time I went on a boat, and I wasn't used to being handcuffed with shackles. Shackles with somebody else, and being on that bus. I'm like, nah, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Then when I get on the boat, I'm like, nah, I'm not used to being around 1,000 men.
Yeah.
Being locked up with 1,000 men.
Yeah.
So me being in there, I just seen everything that was going on. I'm like, nah, this is not for me. I like my freedom a little bit too much, right? So while I'm in there, I'm like, yo, I gotta do something to occupy my time. I don't want to end up being back here.
Yeah.
So when I got out, I'm like, yo, what led me to being here? Right? I'm looking at the bigger picture. Of course, it was my actions, but what was the main reason that you are in this predicament?
Yeah.
My daughter. I'm like, yo, I gotta start a movement for dads with their daughters, because I know I'm not the only one that's going through this now. No, that's gonna continue to go through this.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me just start something. I called my boy up. I'm like, yo, I need a logo. He was a graphic designer at the time. I'm like, yo, just give me a logo with Daddy and Daughter Crew. He's like, all right, cool. Next day, immediately, he sent me a logo. I'm like, all right. I rocked out with it, just started putting on a couple hats. Took off from there.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So I was already doing the clothes line, and then COVID hit. I didn't have my daughter for a whole year. Her mother didn't allow me to have her. So now I'm back to square one, because now I have a whole bunch of time on my hands and my mind is running.
Yeah.
And now I don't have that person to occupy that time that I had. So I'm like, yo, I got to do something again. Before COVID, we started our vlog, our YouTube vlog, and on the first episode, we went to a spa. We had a spa date. So during our time there, she was like, yo, Daddy, why you don't open up a spa? So that just kicked in during COVID. I'm like, yo, why don't I just do this?
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, I'll serve my merch in here. I always used to cross this spot.
Mm-hmm.
Always used to come around the spot. Miraculously, I stood right there. I stopped right there at the light, and it was a for sale sign. I don't know, bro. It's crazy how life works.
Mm-hmm.
I just called and immediately just set up the appointment, got the spot. Now my time is getting occupied because I got to reevaluate everything that's going on here.
Are you functioning? Is this open?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, it was open earlier, but
Yeah.
we closed early
Mm-hmm.
to do the podcast.
How has that been for you?
Like,
with this, just having this space and just
it's been I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's been a crazy experience.
Yeah.
But nothing in life comes easy, right?
Yeah.
You can't stop. Like the grind gotta continue,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And I think that's the hardest part for anybody is to continue and be consistent.
Yeah.
But again, bro, we're dads, right?
Yeah.
My daughter knows she's a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter knows this is gonna get passed down to her.
I just had a post. I was on another podcast. My guy asked me, about that, and I let him know that Ballin for Peace will be my son's. It's gonna be his, right? You know what I mean? No ifs, ands, or buts about it, and I'm gonna groom him to be better than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of the stuff that I've learned and all the stuff that I'm learning, I'm gonna pour into him. You know, and again, just going back on that, I don't know how parents or just even dads or even moms just don't feel that way about their children. You know what I mean? Like there's so much love to give, and it's not and it doesn't need to be overbearing. You just gotta give it. Sometimes just saying, "Yo, I love you." You know what I'm saying? Like it goes a long way.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I'm telling you, the little things they remember.
100%.
They of course they remember the big things, but it's the little things that matter.
Those are the things that like broaden your horizon. Those are the things that like I remember, like even the stuff that my dad did. I remember them more because it wasn't all the time.
Right.
So like my mother was with me every day. So I think that the parent that is with the child every day, or if you're not living in a two family household, we're having two parent household. I'm sorry. Is who has the child more.
Right.
Or who spends more time, and usually that person who does that gets the least of the attention. Right, from the child. The child is kind of used to them. It's like, okay, but dad said this, and dad only see you once a week.
See, my
my
daughter now, she's like, she throws everything in her mom's face now. Like, yo, my dad did this, my dad did that.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad could give me this.
Yeah.
Understand? So everything is that, but now I'm seeing the real progress.
Yeah.
Right, and it's cool because she's older now, where she can see everything for herself. And now she could put it into her own perspective.
Yeah.
And now, like, we have these amazing conversations, bro. It's like I be stuck sometimes. Like, the last time I had her, which was last weekend, she's talking about inflation.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
you're
13. You're a 13-year-old talking about inflation. She's like, Dad, I know you be going through it because you got a business.
Yeah.
So I know I'm here for you, though. I'm like,
I'm
like, yo, I appreciate it, but let dad handle that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So those are the things, those are the things that I get because I teach students as well, too. I'm a PE teacher.
So you see, so you hear it all the time.
I see all this stuff. So a lot of the stuff I've helped so many other people's children. I poured into a lot of other people's children, So now I have my son of my own. So I've been groomed to do this, right? And being a PE teacher, you're always like the cool teacher, like you're the person that kids can count on and talk to, like for real.
And that goes a long way because you don't never know what's going on in the household.
100%. So I've always so my approach to teaching is just being me, too.
Right.
I'm just me.
Right. And then they
Coach
see
H,
and
Mr.
then
H,
and they see everything you're doing.
So it's like
what?
Yo, my teacher lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of my seniors, I was joking with them the other day. Like, yo, and yo, y'all gotta look back. Like, yo, Coach H was cool as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like, he was real cool. Like, he's a real cool dude. Like, cause in the real world, like, I try to prepare them for the real world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people, it's kind of crazy, but try to groom them for that. And a lot of people, they don't understand it until like they don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even what I tell them, like when I'm talking about how, like, after school, right? When you are, you have these people who are telling you certain things and you don't get it, right? But then you one day you wake up like, damn, that's what they were saying.
Right.
Like, so those are the things that I try to tell them and try to push and try to make sure that they'll have those skills, those life skills after high school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Bro, it be times where I be I was going through my yearbook and I was showing her like, look, listen, your dad graduated from high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at my yearbook like, Dad, that's you? I'm like, yeah. I was lit back then, and I'm lit now. But just me being able to show her, is like, this is what I want for you, but I know you could do more.
Yeah.
There's always setting that standard high for them. So, bro, you definitely off to a good start.
Yeah.
So the Ballin for Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We talking about what we doing this shit? What we doing this shit?
Yeah, so we back June 14th. We at John Jay College. It's the 9th annual celebrity basketball game, celebrity charity basketball game. I brought it back to John Jay again too. I like the venue because that was the first venue that I can have the vendors inside and in the court, right, as well. Like, I rented out both sides. I rented out the court here and the court here just so that we have the, first the whole space, and then it's almost like a vendor festival, right? You know what I mean? You got everybody there, and nobody has to leave outside of the gym to go get stuff. Usually, I'll have the vendors in the hallway and things like that. People will leave out of the gym and not the intention is not on the games and everything like that. So I double back this time. We're going to John Jay, June 14th. Doors open at 2 o'clock. The games, we have the high school all-star game. That's the NYC Elite 32 high school all-star game, powered by H2O basketball. Then we have the three-point shootout. We're giving out $333 for the winner for that. Shout out to Wilson. They'll be providing the game balls for that and the ball racks and everything like that. And then we'll have the slam dunk contest. Okay. Slam dunk competition, which will be super lit. We got some amazing dunkers, some of the top dunkers in the world that's going to be participating in that. And that's sponsored by Real Fans, Real Talk. They're giving out $500 to the winning team. To the winning player, the winning dunker. And then also we'll have the celebrity game, right? So that's the game, right?
I had a chance to play that last year. Like I said, he caught me with an L1.
Hit him with the.
I'm like, and what made it bad that my daughter was right there. I had to look back at her like. It happens.
Yo, you know what?
It happens.
So those in those games, some people don't know that I really play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my name is H2O. I played Division I ball. I played professionally overseas. I played street ball. That's how I got the name H2O.
Right.
From hooping and everything like that, and really like kind of getting to it. So at the end of the day, when we're doing these things and playing in these games and stuff, like the year before that, I hit the game winner with Whoopi Goldberg right there.
Look.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the game winning 3, and your name being H2O at Ballin for Peace, and you hit the game winner. You couldn't write it.
Right. Yeah, that's
story. Last year, I played a little bit. I didn't play as much because my mind be
everywhere.
Yeah, but people still want to see me play. Yeah. They still want me to. I would rather just chill, but it is a thing that kind of show people what's up.
That's what I want to go do.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna participate. And then my daughter like, yo, get in the game. I want to see my dad. I'm like, yeah, bro. Let me get in there.
But what we're gonna do this year too, we also got special perform, like G Dep is gonna perform. Susie, the girl Susie from that Harlem.
Right, yeah.
She's gonna be performing as well too. Nevaeh, she's gonna be performing. My guy Lucky Banks, Mano's pulling up this year, his first year, coming to Ballin for Peace.
Okay.
Got a lot of dope people, man. The lineup is crazy. The return is Fat Boy, SSC, Shiggy, Commodore. Sexy Stace Face, everybody, Donna from Black King, everybody's gonna be pulling up.
I think I gotta pull up again.
Yeah, of course.
I think I gotta pull up.
We
definitely need that one-on-one.
You gotta make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like pull up again, try to get your redemption.
Oh
back,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta try to get
I'm gonna have
back.
baby girl will be too. So I'm looking at her.
I'm gonna have baby boy there. Aaron gonna be there this year. You know what I'm saying? He making his Ballin for Peace debut.
Look.
So yeah,
we gotta get him I know you got a jersey for him.
She did say that. I do.
Yeah, you gotta have the jersey. It's only right. This is his first
I know I
one.
had his onesie. I got a Ballin for Peace onesie.
That's fine. You got it.
So yeah,
he's his first one.
Yeah, we gonna make that happen.
So that's the real main of attraction for the night.
Fire. We gotta get his jersey made. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Thank you. I'm gonna get his little jersey.
Come on, baby. Real dads, real conversations,
baby. I'm gonna get on that as soon as I leave here, man. I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that going. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I went, took them clothes shopping the other day. I always like, they grow out of the clothes so quickly. So it's like, damn, why,
but look, the video and the pictures that's gonna be taken.
Oh yeah, like I have
crazy.
tons of videos and pictures.
Bro.
I have like even like video before he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Like just kind of was like interviewing his mom before she gave birth before, like.
That's dope.
So kind of like what we was thinking about during that time, the day, the hour, the minutes and seconds and everything. So I have that footage of from my phone, of course. Like it was just something I was thinking about. Like again, like I told you, my thought process with parenting is a little bit differently. Like it's like, yo, what would I want?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What would I would have wanted to know as a kid?
And then
you know what I'm saying? And then I do it. Yeah.
When they get older again, bro, they appreciate this because
they're gonna have it.
You took the time off, and not every parent gets they get the chance to do this for their child.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We all have time, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that everybody has, but the creativity and just even thinking that far.
Yeah. So it's like, again, like I said, it's gonna be things that I would have wanted, and the stuff that like wanders. I wonder what mom looked like at this age, or like when I was like,
we're gonna look so crazy to them when they get older.
Yeah,
like, Dad, that was you, because I'll get it now.
I'm
like, yo, listen, I'm lit. Why you can't tell me nothing?
Facts.
But it's just hearing that from your child is like, what?
Yeah, for sure. Like, so those are gonna be the things and that that we do. I'm definitely gonna have him there this year, so everybody come say what's up to little baby boy.
I'm telling you, that's the main of attraction.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Bro, that's it for H2O.
Yeah.
It's H2O Junior, baby.
Yeah, so I already, like, I could see how people be like, I remember, before, dating chicks and stuff like that, and they would have, like, in their profile or something like that, like, such and such's mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. It was like, yo, your whole identity is about you. But I understand it now. Like, I didn't get it then, but I get it now. So, at the end of the day, it's a blessing. But yeah, it's gonna be lit. We're gonna have everybody there this year. Vendors, still some vending space available. Pop out. We'll be, I'll be making my runs and coming and do these interviews everywhere. So you're gonna see a lot more of me everywhere before the events happening.
You always welcome here, bro. You're always welcome.
Yeah.
So you still doing the sponsors thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you hearing it first. I'm Daddy and Daughter Crew, DDC Podcast Network. We're about to sponsor Ballin for Peace.
Word?
Yeah.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Come on, baby. We gotta show love, right?
Yeah.
We here.
Thank you.
And that goes a long way. Just trying to bring people together.
Yeah,
bro. Since last year, I've been rocking with you.
Yeah,
and just me going to that event.
Yeah, man. What was your experience about it?
I just seen that. I'm like, yo, whew, the amount of people that's in there.
Yeah.
And the love that you receive from your peers.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Like, who is this guy? Like,
yeah, bro. Like, what made it dope for me again? Like, me and my daughter never got an interview. We never did interviews together until that day. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, this is cool. Like, I could get used to this. And then when we went home, she's like, Dad, I like being interviewed with you. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I was already thinking that, but she just finalized it. So I'm like, yo, we're going to do something in the future.
Yeah.
So just even that little experience, bro, did something to her.
Yeah.
And it opened her eyes to something greater.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody else
Yeah.
that's for the first time is going to participate 100%. In that event.
Yeah.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, I have to give you your flowers because you don't know how that event can change a person's life.
Yeah.
For the better.
Yeah.
You doing so much running around.
Yeah.
You're not really seeing everything.
I can't. It's hard, bro.
Right? Even on social media, like, you going through everything.
Man, it's
like,
crazy.
Damn.
It's so, like, speaking of that, like, our impressions the year, we got more impressions than Summer Jam.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Our impressions the year, and when we had Whoopi as well too, it went went OD. Like, it was like
right.
You know how, like, they, you can see like 100 times or 4. It was like 4,000 times the regular amount.
Right.
Like, it was insane. Like, our impressions were insane. So many people sharing, bro,
I'm telling you, because
collabing.
Your story, once everybody's like, if they really have a sit down conversation with you, you gravitate to people.
Yeah.
Even from my first conversation, that's why I threw you the hat. I'm like, yo, bro, this got to continue.
Yeah.
And look, me in the basketball game.
Facts.
And then now me doing the podcast.
Yeah.
So, bro,
I got your flyer too, bro. Your flyer's here already. I already made it without even you knowing. Like, so I'm gonna share that with you. I'm gonna send it to you,
bro, definitely
for the game and all that. But it was like you were saying, when you, I'm never nervous.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Like, I'm never.
I was.
No.
I was that day in the valve. Like,
not even that. I'm just never nervous because I'm being myself.
Right.
Like, never nervous from speaking. I remember for the first time when I spoke, and I was on Pix 11 on the AM.
That was last year.
But I did it a couple years. I did like maybe 2 or 3 years now.
Okay.
But the first time I did it, and that was like, my homegirl Asia, she was came up there with me, and before they went live, like, she was getting some B-roll, and I like took a deep breath in, and she got that, and I didn't know. But it was like me just kind of getting mentally ready and prepared. And I kind of do that before every interview. But she got it and caught it. And it was like, yo, that was one of the only moments where I was like, I'm about to be on the morning news, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just I went to school for communication. So, like, just speaking your truth and speaking to who you are,
mm-hmm.
right, is great. Like, I'll be lying to you or anybody else and saying, like, yo, I planned on being the face of peace, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that wasn't my plan, but it was something that was needed. And there's a lot of people who are in better positions financially,
mm-hmm.
And also, just people have more eyes and ears on them, but it's not in them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it comes off like clout. With me, it's like, it's my life, right? You know what I'm saying?
And look, I'm glad you said that. So that was my reason in starting a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there's a ton of dope dads out there that need to be heard.
100%.
Right? But that don't have a platform to express themselves
100%.
truthfully. So that's why we tell everybody, be who you are.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you're going to gravitate to the next person.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important, bro. Just keep doing what you got to do.
Facts.
Just keep being you. That is definitely appreciated again out here.
Well, I'm glad that you even told me those, because those stories happen at the events, and I have no clue that they're happening.
Yeah, bro.
People are meeting people, and I have no clue that that's happening. Be like, oh yeah, I'm like, we met at your event.
Yeah.
My boy White Iverson got engaged at Ballin' for Peace. Like people became like in relationships and things like that from Ballin' for Peace. Made lifelong friendships from Ballin' for Peace. And so that's what we're doing. Vendors, black-owned businesses, and just businesses in general. Like, you know, we're not only giving scholarships to these high school players and things like that. We're giving people, like, you know, lifelong partnerships. We're giving people opportunities to promote their businesses. We're giving people opportunities to meet and network, right? Bro. When I'm doing Ballin' for Peace, that's my network. That's my entire network.
When I pulled up inside, just the outside, everybody was there. I'm like, damn, it's a lot of people here. Then when you actually go inside, my daughter's like, Dad, it's a lot of people in here. I'm like, I mean, this is my first time here, but I'm glad I'm doing it with you. But, you know, we still got to network. Yeah. So I wanted to open up her eyes to something like that. And I'm glad that it was your event. Yeah. Because, again, it opened her eyes to something new. Yeah. So now when we're doing these interviews, she's not as nervous. But she wants to continue. Yeah. So that's a bond that we created from your event.
That's fact. That's fire, though.
So, again, I appreciate you, bro.
I'm glad you came, and I'm glad that you thought to bring your child with you.
Yeah, bro.
You know
I mean,
because
I got caught on the foul again.
Nah. I get that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's just me being me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I can play. I'm pretty good. But you know, some people be like, they exclude their kids. Right. They exclude their kids. It's like, yo, I want every opportunity to bring my child.
Bro, and an event like that, bro. I would love to bring my daughter there every time. If I have her, I'm bringing her there. Yeah. Every time, because I already know the turnout of that event and what she's gonna gain from it. So I would definitely advise everyone to bring their kids.
Nah, 100%. And some of what we're doing for dads, right? Because it's Father's Day the next day. A dad that buy the ticket, their child is free. Right? Okay. So
dads, y'all better bring y'all kids. Y'all better bring y'all kids.
Yep.
So definitely appreciate you, bro. Again, we're gonna sponsor Ballin' for Peace this year.
I appreciate that, bro.
And I still got my jersey from last year, so I'm gonna need another one. Yeah. All right.
Got you.
We gotta make it happen. It's three of us this time on the podcast. Okay. It's gonna be a bigger platform. You know.
Y'all should do. Maybe we should do something where y'all kind of even do live interviews at the Ballin' for Peace setup there. Right. And do like have your podcast live at the event, something like that. Maybe we could do something.
We got enough time to make it happen.
Yep. So we'll figure something out like that. But I think that'll be dope. Where you're doing on interviews the day of Ballin' for Peace, something like that. We kind of figure it out.
We got more than enough time to figure it out. So,
but I thank you for having me, man. Again, June 14th, Ballin' for Peace, John Jay College, 9th annual celebrity charity basketball game is the culture, is sports, is everything you need. And again, our motto is support with your purchase, right? Buy a ticket, come out. People always ask, yo, how can I support? Buy a ticket. If you can't buy a ticket, donate, right? You know what I mean? We got everything there for you. We also have our monthly subscribers, right? So you can subscribe monthly to pay and donate monthly. Right. Even something as low as $25 a month, you can just help us out. You get a couple of those, you're really in business.
That'll go a long way.
Yeah. But tap in with us. You can follow me, H2O5, Ballin' for Peace, Ballin, the number 4 in the word peace. Go to ballinforpeace.org for updates, things of that nature. And man, that's that.
Again, bro. Yeah. Super appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna see you June 11th, right?
June 14th.
June 14th.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully I won't be on a bad highlight.
On a highlight reel. It wasn't a bad one. It was a good one for me.
Yeah, for you. I gotta look back on it.
Yeah.
But shout out to the sponsor, City Number. When you need it now, they're definitely the place to go. Get your lumber there. And we out of here. Peace.
Peace.